We are here at Fanatics Fest 2025, the largest arena for sports cards and collectibles. We are going to check out the athletes, the panels, and all the activities they have going on. And they have ramped it up from last year to this year. It's absolutely insane. We're going to show you guys everything you need to know about Fanatics Fest in New York City. We have 3 days. Let's jump in.
Just like last year, you can expect super long lines, so if you're picking up your tickets at will call, make sure you come super early. Stay tuned until later in the video where I let you in on my best tips, advice, and the #1 thing you cannot miss at Fanatics Fest. After you've waited for what feels like forever, you get greeted to this, the spectacular view of the entrance, the hanging Statue of Liberty to showcase New York's most famous tourist attraction, with a little added Fanatics flair. What I love to do, and I do this every single show that I go to, is just take a few minutes right when you get there to walk around. Check out everything. This will help you game plan the rest of the day or the rest of the weekend for all the activities you want to get done. Don't be afraid to stop at any of the activities if you see a short line, because as you can see, lines get very, very long throughout the weekend and later in the afternoon. Personally, I stopped at the UFC and the Premier League booths right after we walked around. And hey, you might just run into one of your favorite athletes, like I did, meeting Josh Emmett. Moment of appreciation for Bar Petroni handing out free tiramisu all weekend. These pins were part of a free giveaway where they would hand out limited edition pins at specific times every single day. Okay, I know what you're thinking. We're only 2 minutes into this video and we're already talking about food again. But I just want to say, as a Canadian, I had never tried Raising Cane's before, and let me tell you, we stood in line for free chicken more times than I want to admit. We also got to see the chicken finger eating contest with the legendary Joey Chestnut facing off against Livy Dunn, Drewski, DJ Khaled, and Michael Rubin himself.
Derek Jeter.
Every day we played the Mets or the Rays in spring training, he'd send over all 5 starters because you had to beat them. So he set the tone from the top down.
Panels are a great way to learn more about athletes and celebrities that you love, or just simply to sit down for a bit and get to hear stories you wouldn't hear anywhere else. Make sure to watch along until day 2 where I test out my own skills on the F1 simulator. There is nothing I love more than sports cards. Well, maybe one thing. Keep in mind that this is still day 1. I want to show you guys just how demolished this washer and dryer was from all the fans shooting on it. As a massive hockey fan, it was really cool to see the detail they put into this enormous Stanley Cup. They actually included the names you'd see on the real thing. This was the #1 highlight for me in terms of historical memorabilia. The jerseys, the gloves, and other items from Ovechkin's record-breaking goal. And who knows if this will ever be broken again in our lifetimes. Who doesn't remember the Four Nations face-off? These game-used items came straight from the Hockey Hall of Fame to be put on display here at Fanatics Fest. Don't be shy. So many booths give away free stuff, and it's usually super quick and easy to score a free item. Fanatics Under Wraps had limited drops of yet to be released products where you could get mystery signed 8x10 cards, baseballs, or even the larger boxes where this kid scored an all Peyton Manning signed box with helmets, an 8x10, and a full-size jersey. The number one most popular merch item, these Football X Football collab jerseys that put NFL teams onto a football kit. We saw so many celebrities and athletes wearing these at the event.
Give a loud, warm welcome for Ariel Helwani.
What's happening, everyone? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? AKA, I'm freaking Cube. Fighting Jordan.
I mean, they really want to win. I think when it comes to fans, you know, we don't want to see friends play. We want to see enemies play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We want guys to go at it, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the competition.
He is the pride of St. Isidore, Quebec, Canada. The greatest of all time. Everyone, make some noise for George Rush St. Pierre.
Greatest guy like John Jones, Thomas Penal, Miran, Islam Makachev, Tuporia, Wakanovsky, I like and Ganu. I like to watch all the best guy. I watch Usman against Buckley. I like to watch the best guy because I can learn from them.
Day one was an absolute blast, and now we're headed to our first ever Yankees game. Let's go. I grabbed a pack of baseball cards to rip during the game because you have to, and I did the only other logical thing, was to grab a signed mystery hockey puck. Although I didn't hit any good cards, we did get to see this Aaron Judge home run. Here are all the free things we picked up on day one. This next area really brings the kid out of you. You get to design your own Lego, and they print it out on this really cool plastic card, which is really neat. They also had some basketball shooting as well for the kids. It's a really cool area that Lego put on. Let's talk about one of my absolute favorite areas of the entire Fanatics Fest, and that is the F1. Mainly because I got to drive one of the F1 simulators, which I had never done before. It was such a cool experience. I almost got on that leaderboard, but not quite. They also had these reaction challenges, which my fiance absolutely smoked me on, but really, really cool. You gotta check out the F1 area.
I am honored to be sitting across from a future legend, but already currently one of the biggest names in the game, man. I gotta welcome Victor. I gotta say Win. I say Win because I don't want to fuck up your last name.
At Fanatics Fest, you always need to keep your head on a swivel because you never know what's going to happen. There are so many impromptu meet and greets and athlete appearances like this right here with UFC's Michael Chandler.
It's a great point. Max Holloway is your current BMF champion. He puts a title on the line in a couple weeks.
If you watched my Fanatics Fest video last year or you were there in person, you know this was a massive upgrade from the year before. They had so many different breaker areas, and even the big main stage where a lot of celebrities and a lot of athletes were ripping cards with fans alike. These were the insane crowds on Saturday. I cannot stress this enough. If you are only going for one day, go Friday or Sunday. Unless you're coming for something specific like this free meet and greet with Alex Pereira, you're gonna have way less crowds on Friday and Sunday. This is the really cool souvenir that I got last year, and I made sure to come back and get it again. $25 for a commemorative pennant, and you can add any of these custom patches to it. You just can't beat that. And if you want to see what last year's looked like, make sure to check out my 2024 Fanatics Fest review video. There was no lack of merch at Fanatics Fest, from exclusive collabs with major brands, custom creations, Cactus Jack merch from Travis Scott himself, and all the major sports leagues getting involved to deliver some of the best merch that Fanatics has had ever. Fanatics Games was a huge feature at the event. We caught a few of the competitors competing in the games, including Travis Hunter, looking not so hot during the QB skills. Nike came with one of the biggest booths at the event, and not to mention one of the coolest things that they had for fans, which was you could buy a jersey and have these unique patches put on, the embroidered patches or the vinyl patches put directly on your jersey right then and there. Okay, I have a secret, but I don't think that's much of a secret at this point for you guys. I love sports movies, and one of the most anticipated sequels of all time, Happy Gilmore 2. Netflix offered a close-up look at many of the props and items from the movie. The line for the Netflix Sports Club was very long, however, it was very worth it. This booth had 4 different activities that you could participate in, and I come back on day 3 to do the football challenge. I was down to my very last shot to break the record for the entire weekend, so stay tuned to see if I broke the record. If you're a sports card fan, you know Dick's Sporting Goods made history buying the infamous Paul Skeens 1-of-1 debut patch card. This was surreal to see in person. They came ready with tons of other memorabilia as well, and they were even handing out free golf balls.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Cynthia Cooper.
As I said earlier, you never know what panel you might stumble upon, or even catch Jaden Daniels and Quavo shooting hoops with fans. Downstairs they had the main stage, which was for the bigger panels. If you're planning to attend any of these, please go early. They fill up super quick. Just as promised, I'll let you in to my number 1 favorite part of the entire show, and that was hands down the Museum of Greatness, showcasing over $200 million of the most iconic cards, memorabilia in sports history. From Michael Jordan's Last Dance game-used jersey, Shohei Ohtani's biggest Topps cards ever produced, Tom Brady's Super Bowl game-used jerseys, and the most rare Kobe memorabilia you'll ever see in one place. Let me know in the comments if you could take one item from the Museum of Greatness and add that to your collection. Which one are you taking? How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, these are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
The Honus Wagner T206, the holy grail of baseball cards and one of the most iconic cards in the entire hobby. My first time ever seeing this in person. The museum wasn't all sports either. They had some iconic Marvel pieces on display along with the rarest Pokemon card in the world owned by Logan Paul, which was purchased for over $5 million. All of the autographs and the photo ops were all in this downstairs area. The one tip I do need to give you is make sure to buy these early. If you know an athlete that you for sure are going to get an autograph or a photo op with, do so early. I saw a ton of these sold out even just a week before Fanatics Fest. So many of the WWE stars were completely sold out. Here's all the free stuff we got on day 2. We're back at the Netflix Sports Club booth, and right when you walk in, you get this nice bag of goodies. So watch till the end of the video to see what was in the bag. The moment you've all been waiting for, the record-breaking throw. Does he do it?
Bruh.
A monumental collapse of exponential proportions.
It's all in the head. Yeah, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hip.
Happy learned how to putt. Uh-oh.
The big question is, did Bree come for Fanatics Fest or just the free tiramisu? You be the judge. One of the most interesting things about Fanatics Fest and about all of these little activities is you get to put yourself in the shoes or in the skates of those athletes competing on an everyday basis and test your own skills to see how you'd match up against those athletes. You saw this very thing with the Fanatics Games, with a lot of the fans finishing in the top 10 and beating a lot of the other athletes that we call GOATs. So many fun sports card booths, from games for free prizes to live breaks and sealed wax. Even hockey. For sports cards fans, there was no lack of vendors at the show. From last year to this year, I think they almost tripled how many vendors and how much space they had for sports cards. Everybody offering something unique, from having athlete appearances, or in this case, wrestler appearances, to showing off some massive, massive cards. There is so many variety of cards when you go to Fanatics Fest. The one thing I will say though is it was a bit tough to find hockey, but if you look hard enough, you can find it. Hands down, one of the most welcoming and nicest people I met at the show were right here at the V-Friends booth. Every time that we walked by, they gave us some free stuff, they chatted with us about V-Friends, and they even gave me a free pack to rip on this video. It's always fun when athletes get involved in the sports card market, and especially when it's the GOAT, Tom Brady. Card Vault is his new venture, and they had some really cool stuff on display at the show. The FIFA area was honestly one of the most underrated areas. We left this till the last day, but I kind of wish I came earlier because they had so much going on in here. From giving away free shirts for the Club World Cup that was in New York City, to seeing some of the athletes and the fans compete in Fanatics Games. You could take a picture here in any stadium in the world, and they had this massive screen where they're showing games throughout the whole weekend. And here's all the free stuff we got on day 3. Fanatics Fest 2025 was unforgettable. We had so much fun, met some great people, and made memories that we won't soon forget. Until next year, peace.